Hey guys, what's going on? March 28th, 2026, Saturday. I believe it's like 1717, so that'd be 517. Um, do any of you out there have ADHD? And if you do, then you know what it's like. Do you have all these ideas, all these things in trying to keep yourself on track? It's not impossible. It's a whole thing, right? Um, it's interesting because being a receiver, I get so much shit coming in also, let alone my own fucking way of being. And it's a whole fucking thing, bro. It's a whole thing. Um, I don't know why they're having me talk about this. So it's like, I don't know. I believe there's a way you can train yourself. You can train yourself like with anything else, and it all just kind of, they're giving me like it all just kind of boils down to choosing thoughts, being in, bringing yourself back to center, bringing yourself back to matters at hand. And if you're like an empath and you pick up on energy, oh, then it's, oh, it sounds exhausting. I don't even want to get into all of it. But there's, I don't know, they wanted me to talk about ADHD, and they're like, she's a prime example. Gee, thanks. That's great. But let me give you a little backstory on myself. So I was born with asthma. So I lived on asthma medication. So do you know what asthma medication? It makes all your insides go 100 miles an hour. So I pretty much was born on speed, right? Adrenaline type shit, you know what I mean? Um, so let's see. Is she really ADHD, or was she on fucking medication that made your insides feel like they were gonna just buzzing around? Oh, you know? No wonder why I was self medicating, you know? Anyway, so I'm 56 years old, and I went from asthma medication to self medicating. So my whole entire life, except for periods when I've taken time off of self medicating, um, and rewiring, retraining myself from trauma. None of that even really matters, I don't think. See, this is when I start shooting a video. I receive information, I start shooting a video, and then I'm receiving it, so I'm speaking it, and then other things come out that will sometimes, like, I don't know, it's weird. And if I don't shoot the video a lot of times, because I've worked on, all right, I'm going to wait till more comes through or something, then it's gone. I have too many things coming in, thinking about too many things. I don't know. I'm not sure, but this is probably for someone, I don't know if you're medicated. I mean, here recently, like I was talking to my daughter about this, I was like, for a couple days I was really considering, like, maybe I should take something, and go against everything I believe. And I heard then March 1st happened. But that's not right. It was March 20th, right? I married my first husband on March 20th. The one that just passed away. Now I'm like, hey, look, motherfucker, you're in spirit, you're around, help a motherfucker out. Don't be a hater. Life is great. It's almost like you have to play puzzle games, mind games with yourself, with your own mind to keep things interesting, because there's so much to do, there's so much to look at, there's so much to learn, you know? But I'm getting like setting up a system for you that works. You know, like I'm on this new journey right now, this 15-minute thing, you know? Getting out in the sun, at least in the sun for 15 minutes. I call it sun and walk because I walk up too far, I walk back. And what usually would throw me off fucking kilter and then I would stay in that spiral would be when something shifted and changed and I couldn't do exactly how I set out and wanted to do. But I had to just change my mind. I'm going to tell you right now, it all boils down to, this is what I've been learning, it all boils down to what you fucking think, period, and what you believe. But what you think, what you hold space for, what you put energy into, what you take your time out. I know it's a thought, but thoughts become a repetitive thing. It depends on what are you thinking. You know, always, no matter if you're having a bad, you know what, don't have bad days. There's been instances I've been in that before, I'm going to say before March 20th, I would get and feel some type of way about. But now, since then, I've made a conscious effort to, even things that are hurtful and painful, to look at it and choose, hey, this is my reality. This is what it is right now. Making the best of it, but doing, you know what I mean? It depends on the situation and what it is. You know, I almost went back to that whole, opening up that fucking trauma with JJ, and I stopped myself. Before it got any further, because my ego, man, it was wanting to go there. It was wanting to drudge up shit that it never, I don't know, just, it's used to being that way, so we're shifting and we're changing, and it all just depends on, dude, you make yourself happy, you make your life what it is, no matter what you're in, finding that place within yourself, capturing your thoughts and holding that vision, even when the days you don't feel like it, and you can't, one day you're on fire, like, oh my God, this is gonna work, I've just got so much passion, I'm so blah blah blah, and then the next day you're like, oh my God, where'd it go, or whatever, I literally do not match fucking at all, except for the jacket I'm wearing, the camouflage jacket my son gave me, windbreaker thing. Put my shirt underneath, it's got camouflage on it too, but it's a totally different green. It looks ridiculous. With my socks over, oh yeah, I look like a fucking fool. It's great. Oh, and something else that was coming up. There's a lot about living your life now. And people are only going to do it if they want to, but I don't know. I don't know why. Well, I get it, because it takes a lot of fucking determination, perseverance to get through. 10 years. It's taken me to the point where I could be, that's a long fucking time, man. Decade. DEC. Deca, right? 10. So why'd they make it 12? Because they could. But we know better now. You could call it whatever you want, but, follow along. That's why, have you noticed I don't know what the months should be as far as, like the number of them, how it would work. I guess they said it was between, I think, June and July, or July and August, where the 13th month was. Anyway, but I say like March and stuff, but I still associate 3 because we have to in the world we live in, right? Like Jesus said, pay your taxes and do your things, to Caesar, do all this for the things you have to do here, and then do the things of the Father. Or something like that. I have no idea what Bible verse that is, but that's just what. And see, I never used to get that. Hear that bird? But he said, while you're living here in this human, you're going to have to do the things of what you have to do. But it's really not about that. It's and do the things for the Father, of the Father. The thing about fruit, like I think it was in James, they're bringing up to me, is that whole, oh, wow. You guys look, if I feel like it, here, I have my Bible right in front of me. It's about spreading what you learn, not holding it to yourself, but sharing it. Thank you, Father, because perhaps, this is why I'm compelled, or I have to express what I have to express. I have to get on here no matter if I look like a fucking idiot, no matter what I look like, no matter how I sound. This is I'm being of service. This is my service, amongst other things. I'm in training. And notification. So, if people don't get it, they don't get it. But you know what? I don't serve you. I serve Father. So, that's why I don't choose to argue with people. I'm not going to explain myself away to nothing. It's, you know what? I don't answer to you. I'm sorry you feel certain ways, but I'm called from a higher power, and it's called the creator of all things. So, there it is. Oh, God, how could you say that? You smoke cigarettes, you do this, you do that. You know what? You take it up with your God. Or you ask my Father. My Father will tell you, if you have ears to hear. Or you can continue to do whatever you got to do. Not my problem. I just would be great for all of humanity to just want to come to love, but not everybody wants to do that, and I've had to let that go, in a sense. I'm not saying that I'm the one that can do it. It's just collectively, I know how. It's just what I've always. It's what's in me. It's who I am. I don't need to explain it away. Sirena, the human you see, is just that. It's my human. What I am, what you are, is way different. Remember, you're in the hell realm. You've been cast down to earth with the rest of the fallen. Here's your reprieve. Get the fuck out, or stay what you are. Or, stay what you are. I don't know, whatever. That's how it comes through, Or that's how it has been lately. It's always something I always thought, but I'm like, no, that's fucking so outlandish. And, now things are coming out. Well, maybe it ain't so fucking outlandish. It's like, shit, I've had this knowledge since I was born. Why do you think the attacks, physically and any other way there can be, have been so fucking profound? People that have known me all their life, they don't have any clue how much it really, what I go through. The attacks from just people out of fucking nowhere, and I feel their energy, and so I know what they're thinking and feeling. People, you would never know it, really, would you? Oh, that's because we're all that. not all that, but we're all that, uh, all that is not how I wanted to say it, but it came out that way, and I just, fuck, I'm just barely trying to get through my day minute by minute, day by day. It takes one person. One person can help many people. Maybe not directly, maybe that one person they hit directly hits 1 million, 10 million people. You know what I mean? But it's our pride, call it ego, that wants to be recognized and noticed. And you know, it's a hard thing. Not that you have to be praised and da da da, but it's just like, that motherfucker just said every, you know, things I just fucking said, and look at everybody listens to them, but nobody fucking listens, but they do. And you've had to come to the point where it doesn't matter as long as it gets done. This is something I'm working on now, because I hear people all kinds of things anyway, and I'm like, good for them. Good for them. Well, I'm working on that. I felt some type of way, you know, every time, but it's like, oh, you haven't gone out and done it yet, but you know, if you're a receiver and you're meant to say things, then maybe you're not meant to do all of them. Because let's face it, you're the original one that was given the message to. So it's way deeper than anyone could ever know. There's so much more to it, because you know what I mean? You know what I mean. Everything that's meant for you, it's not going to pass you, because it's just not. It's just not. But, you know, because you are in your human, and there's these other aspects and shit, I'm hearing that song, you've got to break free. Fuck. Admit when you're wrong, look at it, and begin to laugh at it, begin to get to the place where, you know, it gets so fucking intense, bro. It gets so fucking intense. Oh God. Sometimes I've been, when I'm feeling absolutely everything, I have to feel there's a certain point it has to get shut off, because I literally have felt like, that's why I would never let myself get to that, because like I was gonna die of a fucking heartbreak, like literally die. And it's so overwhelming. I can get through it now. It was hard before. It was hard before. Getting past all those ways of thinking and being all of our lives, no matter how fucking old you are, and it's everywhere around you. It's just, it can be done if one wants to do it. Why doesn't everyone just, you know, want to be kind and loving of each other, you know? Showing people, there came a point where not it allowing people to be a pushover. But see, you're not going to be a pushover when you know who you are. That's a way to say it. But when you come home to yourself, that's another way to say it. But when you've worked past all those things, and you have your self-esteem, you know, you're just not going to put up with shit like that anymore. You'll set boundaries, and you won't let people treat you that way, you know? Kind of standing up for yourself, but loving them anyway. And Jason is my perfect example. I can look at it one way. Fucking 10 years, why'd I put up that? But there was a bigger picture there that came to me just recently, And it was also to show, you know what, if anything at the end of the day, it was to show somebody who has had a lot of trauma too and never really felt loved what it's like to be loved. I put up my boundaries, but to truly be loved in your best and your worst. And I'm still there. I said, babe, that's agape love. And it doesn't mean allow people to hurt you. You set your boundaries. But you can still show kindness, and you know what I mean? Put it where it fits. You know how fucking hard that is to do? Fucking hard. To look at people and love them for who they are and understand, but you know what? I'm not gonna, whatever you think of me is none of my whatever you think of me is none of my fucking business, because you haven't a clue. People think shit, they have no idea about shit. It's like, what the fuck? First of all, it's not gonna change me what you fucking think. I don't give a shit. I know who the fuck I am. And I'm none of that. Not anymore. Well, I still have issues, but fuck. Thank God I'm a work in progress. I want to forever be growing. I want to forever be learning. I'm not going to look at it. So there's times before the 20th. I want to live. I want to learn and show. It's, you know what? Meanwhile, because I'll know what to do when I need to do it. So until then, if I'm too far in the future, that's what gets me in my, oh, I should have been doing this, should have been doing that. Well, then what does that do to your moment, to your day at that time? You're stuck in that shit. You can't focus on what you want to do, or even be in the vibration of it. No wonder why it leaves you. If all you think about it and you wake up and say, my life is fucked, everything's fucked, and all you think about is the past and how people hurt you, how people this, everyone's in their own lives. If you're in the past, you're going to be depressed. If you're in the too far in the future, not saying you can't have plans. I mean, come on. I'm not even going to say it because I'm talking to adults. No, I'm sorry. I can't say adults. You either get it or you don't. Depends on where you're at within yourself. It won't. It'll trigger some people, and other people like, fuck yeah, I know, man. I've been going through that. Thank you. I know what you mean. I'm going through this shit right now. I don't see things the same. You can actually look at the world lovingly, because you know why? Because that's what you are. You can't. Oh, this is what they're giving me. You're unable to see the love that's out there. To see through the lens of love is you got to see through your own eyes, through inside of you. It comes from inside of you. If they squeeze you, if you were a lemon, you get lemon juice. Because that's what it is before you add everything else to it. It's a lemon juice. Right? You squeeze grapefruit, you get grapefruit juice. They squeeze you. If you're love, all you're going to get is love. That's why they say your outer world reflects your inner world. And it's how I guess you see it. Because the same fuckery's going on. The same everything's going on. The same fucking life problems. The same this, the same that. The aches, the pains, the deaths, the whatever. Why can't some people just be happy and look at everything they call it, like the bright side? But it's a fucking choice. It happened. It happened. Whatever it is, it already happened. You can't change it, but you can change how you fucking look at it. You can, you know what I mean? That's all on you. The ball's in your fucking court. All right, I'm done rambling. Peace. Love you.